Hello. Welcome back to the land of the living. Easy there. You took in quite a bit of seawater for a floater. Yeah, just steady. Oh, just calm down. Yes, I do have a tail. Well, I can see why you would think that, but I'm not a mermaid. I'm similar to one in appearance, perhaps, but anyway, are you okay? You seem to be breathing okay, though I wouldn't really know. You're the first floater I've ever come across. It's what you are, a floater. You know, two-legged beings that float along the surface and sink when they go underwater. A human. That's the first I've ever heard that name. I'll have to remember that. Yeah. We're in a cave. No, we're not in a normal cave. See, you actually sunk quite deep before I could get to you, before I even noticed you were there, actually. And you had been under for so long, I didn't think I'd have time to get you to the surface. So, I brought you here. This cavern is... well, the only access is underwater. I don't think it has any air pockets, but I've never been to the back. Yeah, you're trapped underwater. Just, don't panic, just... There's a lot of air in here. I'm sure you'll be okay for a while. Until we figure something out. Really. I know you're worried, but how can you trust me? I guess I haven't told you what I am yet. Honestly, I don't like to. My kind doesn't exactly hold a good reputation, and amongst floaters, it's even worse. But I guess it's only fair that I tell you. Forgive me, human, not floater. It's gonna take some time for me to remember that. Well, I suppose in your tongue, I'm known as a siren. What? No, I didn't sink your ship. I think you fell down, like off. There wasn't a storm or anything. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything. No, I promise. I didn't sing anything. Look, I didn't ask to be born a siren any more than you asked to be called a floater or human. I was born this way, but I didn't choose my body. Just like you didn't. And anyway, not all sirens are like that. Haven't you noticed that I don't look like a siren you might have known? You know, green skin and all that. We tend to reflect what's in our heart. It's just the way of the siren. It's part of the siren's magic, I suppose, if you put it that way. But you can't judge me so quickly just for what I am. You know nothing about me. Just like I know nothing about you. But wait, where are you going? You're gonna get lost in there. Seriously, please, Don't try to explore the cavern just yet. You have no light source. You have no idea where you're going. Wait! Please, come back! You weren't gone very long. I told you, it's really dark back there. There's nothing much you can do about it right now. Just... I know you don't trust me, but you don't really have much of a choice. And I did save your life. Give me a little credit. You're the first floater I've seen up close. And take my word for it, I did nothing to cause you to fall into the sea. I don't know why you fell into the sea. By the time I got there, you were already many, many depths down. That's why we're in this situation in the first place. Remember? Because you were so deep by the time I got there. Anyway, if I followed traditional Siren law, as you seem to think it is, do you really think I would have saved you? After supposedly leading you to your death? Suspicion and mistrust can go both ways, you know. How do I know that if I save you, you won't come back and hunt me down? I chose to save you and trust you with that secret, so the least you could do is trust me a little, not to sing you to your death. Besides, there's so much more to Siren Song than simply a spell that lures humans to their deaths. There's so much power in the Siren Song. It all depends on the melody, and the words fit to the person's ears. Siren language actually sounds quite different. I don't think you'd understand it at all. But there's so much more to it than simply a lure to drown those on top. And I've never liked that practice. That's why I look like this. That's why I look more like the merfolk. Because I possess a curiosity, I suppose. I'm just not interested in killing... I don't know. It's not easy being a race that is supposed to just kill off all those that float into our territory, you know? But then at the same time, sirens are also the guardians to... Well, I'm not sure I should reveal too much. But, I mean, there's a reason that sirens do sink ships. They're the guardians to a certain location. Maybe I'll tell you another time. But my point is, we're not all bad. We have a job to do, and we're assigned to do it. Thankfully, I've never been assigned any of the borders, so I've never actually had to practice that. But... Here. You must be hungry. You've been out for quite a while. I've gone and come back and checked on you several times now. Of course. I may be just a siren, but I've always been very interested in your world. It's very different from mine. And when ships sink, I'm able to look at the markings in those things that dissolve quickly in the water. They're very light and floppy, and if I don't get to them quick enough, I can't actually make out the markings. I was only able to define what they even were based on some very simple ones that I found at the beginning. A book? Oh. Well, I think based on the books that I have seen, I can conjure up something for you to eat. I can at least try. And I've also observed things on the ships. Of course, I never get close enough to be seen, but I've seen one of your kind preparing some sort of food, and I think I might be able to replicate it. I don't know what that word means. Cook? I'm afraid I don't know. No, I wasn't going to cook anything. I was going to use Siren song. Don't worry, it won't lead you into the water or anything. Like I said, it all depends on the melody. It all depends on the words. That's the magic of it. You humans have only ever heard one kind, but there's so much more to it than that. Let me show you. I'll give you something to eat and drink. I know that you humans, I'm sorry, it's gonna take me a while to get used to that word. I know that you can't drink the water that we drink or live in. Your water looks different, and I've seen it come out of containers when ships sink. I know it looks different. So, just give me a chance. I'll try. Don't worry, you don't need to plug your ears. Like I said, it's not that kind of spell. You're more than welcome to listen if you like. See? It's just a little something. I believe you call this bread? And here's a vessel of water. Are you okay? Well, as I said, the music doesn't entrance you in that way, but it does still have magic in it. Now, do you understand I'm not trying to drown you? I will help you get out of this. I promise. I didn't save you from drowning just to leave you in this cave to die. No, I don't know how I'm going to get you back to the surface. We're so far down, and there's no way you could hold your breath that long. Here, eat while we think. It'll restore your energy, and you need to eat. Perhaps while you're eating, you'll come up with something. I'm sure you would know more about getting back to the surface than I do. I mean, I don't have any problem breathing underwater. Listen, I have to go, but I promise I'll be back. And together, we'll come up with some way to get you back to the surface. Please, don't go back and explore anything until I get back. We'll find some way for you to have some sort of light source and a means of getting back if you get lost, but please don't go exploring. It could be a labyrinth back there for all you know. I certainly don't. Please trust me. I'll be back. And together we'll solve this. I promise.